Everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another process video in my Traveler's Notebook. I'm working in my 2018 favorites. So today's prompt is prompt 11 and it's all about my favorite music. So as you guys know, I'm trying to work through my 6x6 Dear Lizzy Polka Dot Party paper pad, and I grabbed a couple papers that really struck my eye, and then I went through my collection, or not my collection, my sticker stash, and I found the sticker on Good Vibes. It was actually a cassette player, and I thought that couldn't be more perfect. So the reason why this caught my eye is because it reminded me of music paper. No, I know it does not look truly like music paper. It's pinstripes. However, I'm going to make it look like as if it is music paper. I know there's too many pinstripes, but that's okay. I'm gonna make it work. So I had this idea that I was going to have a band going all the way across. And so I'm gonna cut this down, I'm gonna mark it, and I'm gonna cut a piece off. And then I'm going to do that, I believe, on both papers. Now, while I'm doing this and getting everything cut down, I'm not gonna realize it at first. Because like I said, I'm going to cut down both papers. But then when I go to look at it, I'm realizing, wow, that pinstripe paper is really harsh on the eyes. Kind of makes you dizzy looking at it, even right now as I'm doing this voiceover. But I was like, you know what, that's just too much. I need to cut it down. So I'm going to cut another strip of this. Now, I don't notice this yet. So I'm still going with the big, I don't even know what size that is. It's not a 4x4, but pretty close to that measurement paper. I still think I'm going to use it. However, this is when I think I add a little adhesive to make sure it doesn't move, especially with my last process video. I talk about that, which you'll see on the 25th. But I'm going to start doing this a little bit more where I add just a dot of adhesive that is repositional, so that way stuff isn't moving around while I'm trying to create, because sometimes I will adhere everything down and then I realize I made a mistake, and when I go back to it, it lifts up. So, but as I'm looking at this is when I realize, you know what, this paper's too much. Now, as I'm looking on that sticker sheet, I knew I wanted to use that cassette player, which oddly enough, it is the exact same colors in the polka dot collection. She had a yellow, she had that mint green, a pink, of course the black and white, so it was the perfect color. So I'm looking on the sticker sheet and I'm like, okay, there's the cassette player, I see this yellow circle, I can have that one on each side of the paper or the spread, and that way it's going to be, adding symmetry and balance to that color yellow. But I don't know what it is. I think it's because I get so absorbed in creating that I forget 5 minutes ago what I was thinking. Because I'm going to forget that. So as I'm cutting this down, I was like, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself on something else. I'm going to see if I can use these scraps. Now, I've been doing that lately where any scraps that I made, I have been wanting to use them up right away on my stash, or if they're that tiny, they just go into the recycle bin. Now, if they don't work, I don't force it, but it just so happens that they do work today on the spread, and so I'm going to use them. So as I'm adhering everything down, as you can see, I also die cutted my music notes right there using some pink cardstock, and boy do I miss using cardstock. I definitely want to start using that more, especially when I'm using my Silhouette Cameo. So that's where I got those music notes. They're just from the store. And I'm going to have them look like as if it was music sheet. So it's going to be music notes going across that top part. Forgive me. My voice is so bad that it rained a lot in the area, and it basically kind of cleaned the air out because we have a lot of smog here. And my nose is, like I said, the allergies is just, I cannot take it. So let's see, what am I doing next? So this is where I'm going to place it down. I'm strategically placing them down a certain way, and that is because there is some Heidi Swap Shine from the previous page that kind of came through, and then there's some like smudge from some adhesive, and it's not the repositional one because I can usually rub that off, but it kind of has like a little bit of dirt or something, so I'm going to cover that up with the little dots from the music note. Now this is where I said I forget things or ideas that I had 5 minutes later. Remember I said I wanted to have balance with the yellow? I grabbed the pink one. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have flipped it over, just thought about circle, grab the circle sticker, and put it down. I'm not going to go back and fix it because I definitely don't want to rip anything or ruin anything. It is what it is, and it's not going to really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I'm going to use that circle as a area to put the number 11 prompt, because every page I've numbered with each prompt. And so I'm just going to be grabbing those Dear Lizzie tile stickers here in a minute. But as I'm thinking about it, I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the same stickers for my title, the same stickers that were going to name off some of the bands that were my favorite throughout the year, or if I was going to do stamping. I honestly didn't know. So as I'm thinking about that, I'm like, you know what, instead of using letter stickers and using them all up or stamping a whole lot, what if I kind of mix it up? And I thought, well, what could I use that could mix it up from stamping and letter stickers? And you know what I grabbed? You're going to see here in a minute, my old Quick Cuts. Yep, I'm going to grab my old Quick Cuts dies, and I'm going to use that leftover mint green paper to grab some of my letters, and I'm going to do that here in a minute. I don't think, oh yeah, no, I'm showing you right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down, and those are just the mini Roxy's. I used to work for a scrapbooking store, and I remember when the Quick Cuts first came out, oh my gosh, it was a huge investment just for even one font. I'm so lucky I was working at a scrapbooking store to get a tiny bit of a discount. I don't have a whole lot of fonts. I think I have like maybe 6 of them, but it was just a great way to use or make your own letters. And you know, I just was talking about this in a previous video about how there's just not enough variation of colors when it comes to letter stickers. And you know, I think I'm going to go back old school. I really like the fact of making a lot of my stuff for my pages. And I mean, we have every color and every range of colors through paper, and it's so easy to take a die cut, and even though mine are really old, they still make letter die cuts to this day, and just run them through and create my own. And it ended up being perfect for this. So I'm going to have it say music therapy, and then I just took some October afternoon for the black part that's going to say music in my therapy, so, or music is my therapy. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the names of the bands, like I said, that I was really fond of this year, or not this year, but last year. And it's going to be 21 Pilots, Florida Georgia Line, and Post Malone. And as you can see, I've always been a huge music lover and a wide range of music too. So you have like alternative rock, country, and hip hop or rap. I don't know what he falls under the category. I say hip hop. I don't know anymore. Anytime I say anything, my son just rolls his eyes and he's like, "Mom, people don't say that." I'm like, "I don't know. I'm gonna be 43. You're 11. I don't talk like an 11-year-old, or else that's gonna be kind of weird." But anyways, apparently I don't have the verbiage down. But like I said, just a huge wide range of music, and those were my 3 that really stood out to me this year. I mean, there was a ton more, but I didn't have a whole lot of space to write that. Now, the one thing I am going to start, as I'm stamping that, the only thing I wish I could go back on is I didn't have enough journaling spot. I only have that cassette player, so I really wanted to talk about my love for music, and you know, it's all range from, sometimes it's the lyrics, sometimes it's not even the lyrics, sometimes it's just the beat of the music. And I mean, there's certainly some songs that, Desiree, have you listened to those lyrics? And I have, and it's not that, it's just the beat. In fact, whenever I go to the gym, on Pandora, there's a hip hop instrumental that I love to listen to. But you know, sometimes with my deteriorating hearing, things come in really muffled and I can't hear the lyrics, but it's the beat of the music that I can hear. And so that's sometimes where I focus a lot on, is the beat of the actual music. So I'm a little bummed that I couldn't talk more about my journaling, but I can always discuss it in another album, another layout, another spread for when I document, again, another, you know, taste or another bands of music. Now, I was going to have, as far as my photo, the 3 DVD, or not DVDs, like covers for the albums. But when I researched it, they were the wrong colors. I tried changing them back to black and white. I really didn't like that. And so I thought, well, what other way I could do it? And I remember when I first started this traveler's notebook, I don't take a whole lot of photos of myself, and I was going to try to incorporate more photos of me in this book since it's all about me and all of my favorite things. And I decided to, last night, wrong time, as I was in my scrapbooking room, I've been like my sweatpants, my hoodie, like my two favorite things to wear, and I had my earbuds in, and I just did a Snapchat because I'm so congested. I have like the red nose, pale face. I was like, I have to do a Snapchat, you know, especially because it's at night and I'm going to be going to bed here pretty soon. And so Snapchat makes it all look better. And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up taking a picture of me so that way my kids just have some more photos, because throughout their album, I rarely make that appearance. I'm always the one taking the photo. Sorry about that. There was somebody at my door. But this is pretty much coming to an end. I'm just going to, like I said, add my photo and call this spread done. So I only have a few more prompts that I'm working, like I said, working this traveler's notebook in between other 12 by 12 commitments, since those take a little bit longer. So you will see a 12 by 12 layout here within the next couple days. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, I hope that you consider subscribing, because I would love to have you over here. And y'all have a great night. Bye.